First at 5, the community in mourning tonight after 2 teen girls died in a crash last night near 91st and Riverside. The driver, the only other person in the car, is in critical condition. Thank you for joining us. I'm Erin Christie. 2 News has teams across Tulsa to learn more about the horrible accident. Our Steph Manchin has been on the scene all day and walks us through what we know so far. Steph.
I'm standing just beyond the 91st Street and Riverside intersection. It's been a tragic scene all day long. You could just really feel it in the air. But where I am is just beyond the 91st and Riverside intersection. If you look down, you can see some tire tracks, and this is where the girls' Tesla came off the road and went into Joe Creek.
Terrible accident. We don't like. This is hard. It's hard for them. It's hard for everybody.
At around 9:45 Thursday evening, Tulsa police tell us this Tesla was seen veering off Riverside Drive near 91st Street. Witnesses saw the car driving through the grass and then falling into Joe Creek. Inside the car, 3 teenage girls, all juniors at Holland Hall High School.
What we know now is 2 of the 17-year-olds have passed. It's a terrible place to be in a crash. It's not really visible. But everyone got here as fast and pretty quick as they could to help.
Tulsa Police's Danny Bean saying that quick response all thanks to the witnesses who called in the crash. He says when EMS arrived, the driver was the only one still alive and was then transported to St. Francis Hospital. We've been told she's in stable but critical condition. Tulsa police suspect speed was a factor but have not determined a definite cause for this crash. Traffic investigators spent hours Thursday evening and again through Friday running through different scenarios to piece together all they could to determine what led to this tragedy off Riverside.
They're going to work with the families as well, get all the information we can together to see exactly how this happened.
The names of the 3 teenagers have not yet been released by TPD or the school.
Again, this happened late Thursday night, and we had crews very quickly on the scene gathering as much info as we could. Stayed through the night, coming in early this morning to get as many details as we could to figure out what happened here and working to bring you all that we know. Just a tragic scene across the community. We're really thinking about the girls and their families and everyone that's been touched by this tragedy, but really thinking about the Holland Hall community, and that's where we find 2 News Oklahoma's Emma Birch, who's been trying to connect with them today. Emma?
Steph, like you said, just a tragic day here for Holland Hall and any community that would ever have to face this, but especially such a tight-knit community. And today the school held a prayer vigil at 3:30 for families and students to grieve together. And I've been in contact with the school all day to see how they're doing, and they sent us a statement saying, quote, "Even in the face of such unfathomable loss, we must hold on to one another, care for one another, and support one another. Our community has experienced so much grief this year, but the strength of our bonds will carry us forward." The school did cancel classes for grades 9th through 12th to let their classmates mourn, while the elementary and middle school proceeded with class. Counselors and chaplains were on site for support. And like I said before, this is just a tight-knit community for Holland Hall with around 1,000 students in total, so any loss like this is impacted for the entire community. I did reach back out to the school for any additional comments, and understandably right now they do not want to go on camera and speak, but they are asking for thoughts and prayers for both the victims' families and the Holland Hall community. I'm going to toss it back to Erin in the studio.